A road trip, heading down the highway, discovering America. Spring is a great time to start an adventure. A 5,000-mile road trip. The Pacific Coast, a stop at the Gulf of America, and then onto the Atlantic Coast. Welcome to Tommy's Holiday, Episode 8, my last day in Waco, Texas before hitting the road. I've had a great time in Waco visiting the silos and river, Texas Rangers, Mammoth Dig, and Cameron Park Zoo. I'm checking out the Heritage Homestead before my travels through Oklahoma, Missouri, and into Indiana. I have 3 days of hard driving ahead of me, but 2 waterfalls to check out along the drive before getting to Spring Mill. A visit to the Homestead Heritage offers a window into a bygone era, a time before the late 1800s industrialization of America. The homestead stands as a beacon for simplicity, authenticity, craftsmanship, and skills lost to most in this modern world. At the leather shop, one can see finely crafted handbags. The Craft Barn is where one can find everything that the homestead produces. The building is a rare structure, a combination of classic design from both Dutch and English architecture. Built in 1810 from hand-hewn oak timbers, utilizing mortise and tenon joinery, this building is a joy to shop within. It was relocated from New Jersey to the homestead. The Potter's House has a display of fine clay pottery for dining and coffee. An artisan wood shop has a display of tools and furniture which amplifies excellence in furniture making, winning awards at the Texas Furniture Makers Show. A nice walk across a stone bridge brings me to the grist mill, which is powered by a water wheel. Upon entering the working mill, one can, if curious, trace the mechanical gears and the shafts throughout the building. We are also lucky to hear the history of the grist mill and how it works from the experts.
So this stone came originally from France in the 1800s. It was called a French burr stone, came from a county in southern France. You can see what the stone looks like right down here in this pie-shaped wedge. They had already quarried out all the whole pieces by that time, and so they quarried out these smaller pieces and bound them together with the metal band. Because it was such a high quality stone for milling. You can see the wheat berries. They come down the pipe into the cradle right there, and then that square piece is called the damsel, and the damsel rocks the cradle, at just the right rate to let just a small stream of wheat berries fall in. And the centrifugal force causes them to travel outwards between the two stones. One is stationary and this one's turning. And it's a scissor action that happens on the way. And by the time it reaches the edge, it's been scissored so many times that you've got a beautiful fine whole wheat flour. A couple other unique things about this mill is that the gears underneath, they're all made of wood, not iron. They're made of these kind of teeth because in those days, if you had to get a whole new steel wheel from Europe, it would take months. So they made them all from wood so they could just easily whittle a new tooth and pop it back in. Also, the gear around the main shaft is made of corn cobs. They took their dried corn cobs, stuffed them all around and poured corn oil, and they absorbed that and would lubricate the shaft as it turned, and they actually turned into this hard kind of petrified thing, and they always had plenty of them around. So.
Awesome display. Fiber crafts is another very interesting activity. Just making yarn and thread takes skill and experience. All is done by feel mostly, as she twists the fibers as it spins.
It's a very simple process.
It doesn't look simple. And there are crafts to purchase. The basket shop is in the old log cabin. The Heritage Forge, aka blacksmith shop, where a hot furnace is waiting the iron for forging the many products needed by the homestead. Saturday marketplace in the big barn was quite fun. Turkeys, quail, and chickens, along with vegetables for sale, and a lot of the other crafts produced on the homestead. Visiting the homestead, a Christian artisan community started in 1973, was just wonderful. I'm leaving early this rainy morning from Waco, heading north on Interstate 35 towards Dallas through rolling farmland, and then Camping World and the huge flags. Traffic in Fort Worth, and GPS is rerouting me around this traffic to save 26 minutes. Then, downtown Fort Worth. I'm running on empty, so a stop in Denton for $2.65 a gallon gas. The Oklahoma Visitor Center stop is very nice. Next stop is Turner Falls in Oklahoma, approximately a 210-mile drive from Waco. This is one of the only large waterfalls in Oklahoma and located outside of Davistown. The park is closed for renovations, so no hiking the falls today. The falls are beautiful from this overlook. Well, I guess I'll press on to Tulsa, another 170 miles, taking U.S. Highway 177 north. Staying at a KOA, and it's time to clean the rig from the road grime after 387 miles in these rainy conditions. The KOA Will Rogers Campground is at the horse racing track, and it was nice to clean up the rig.
Oh, look at that dirty wheel well.
I would imagine that during the races, this place is packed. I began early morning, for this day's journey includes a stop at Grand Falls in Missouri. From Tulsa, Oklahoma, on State Highway 20, eastbound and down. Then to State Highway 82 northbound. On to historic Route 66 for a bit. Lots of farmland and Native American reservations in Oklahoma. Then Missouri and Grand Falls. I was able to play with my drone to get some very great views of the falls. Enjoy the scenery. The winged residents say thanks for enjoying the falls. Back on the road to St. Louis, and I'm running on empty. Look, there's a Buc-ee. I have to check this out for gas and something to eat. They don't have these out west. Amazing! $2.58 a gallon. Wow, they have everything here. I almost got lost. Buc-ee's is huge. Getting back on Interstate 44 North to St. Louis, Missouri, some 354 miles from Tulsa. Looks like I'm in for a storm tonight. By the way, St. Louis was founded in 1764 by French fur traders and was named for King Louis IX of France, acquired by the United States in 1804 as part of the Louisiana Purchase. I made it to the RV park and need to do laundry before the rain hits later tonight. No time to relax. Good morning, Missouri. A bit foggy for this early start after a big storm last night. Glad I finished the laundry. It's off to Indiana and Spring Mill, a 288-mile journey. North, Interstate 44, and a bit of traffic passing through St. Louis. Crossing the Mississippi River into Illinois on Interstate 64, eastbound and down. Indiana and Interstate 69 north through rolling hills. Then US 50 east through farmland and into Mitchell and Spring Mill State Park. This segment of the journey was 1,029 miles from Waco to Spring Mill State Park, Indiana. A total of 3,604 miles traveled so far. I'm here in Spring Mill for 5 days to enjoy the historic town and hiking. Right now, I'm enjoying a pleasant rainstorm as I set up camp. Thanks for watching Tommy's Holiday.